What is up, you guys? It's your host, Galadon. First things first, I just wanted to thank you guys for all of the amazing feedback on yesterday's video about the Make My Own Legendary. My Twitter has been absolutely blowing up. The comments on that video are crazy, and I really appreciate all of the fantastic ideas you guys are putting together. Keep them coming. We will have more episodes to this series in the future, but in the meantime, yes, that's right, I cannot be stopped right now. The 3-crown madness is real, you guys, and it's because a couple of Full Attack clan members finally convinced me to give the old Lava Hound balloon deck a try. Now, check this one out right here. Absolute annihilation in the beginning of this battle. We're about 40 seconds in, and I've already lost a tower to a kind of unusual push there. The rage spell just kind of caught me off guard, and then I get BM'd. So good old Harley right here, loving it, okay? Go ahead. When they BM you like this, when they send you the bad manners, just hold on, right? Okay, that is the thing about this deck, you guys. This deck is so good at comebacks. I've seen this again and again, and I feel like it's just a matter of me finally learning to get better at a deck that I've been resistant to for a very, very long time. This guy obviously going in for the kill. Big mistake. This game is about to be tied right here. He's pretty convinced he's going to be able to grab the 3 crown as the P.E.K.K.A. and the Dark Prince head their way in. I grab the crown. He's got the rage spell, and it doesn't look good for a second here. As that giant P.E.K.K.A. gets to the tower under rage, it almost looked like I was going to get annihilated. Just barely prevented that next shot. That would have taken the tower down to about 700 or less health. And look at his tower. Suddenly I've caught up. But my opponent drops the Hog Rider. Check out this clutch fireball as it forces the Hog away from the tower. I squeeze in the tombstone and the Hog never touches the tower. That's right, the zap spell, too little too late. And now suddenly, from being way behind, I'm actually ahead in this battle. And you know, the 3-crown win is coming because he commits to another P.E.K.K.A. down the right-hand side, and there's no way you're going to stop me now. In comes the rage spell on his towers. Desperation, and yes, I even threw up the good game. After that bad manner earlier, I was still a gentleman and just gave him GG. Galadon Gaming, good game. Is it a coincidence? I think not. Let's move on to a couple more battles, as of course, every win is a 3-crown win in this episode. What? Clickbait? Absolutely not. Every single battle a 3-crown win. Kind of a spoiler right there, but I'm telling you guys, this deck, if you can manage to stop the dirty Royal Giants, the dirty Mortars, the dirty Elite Barbs, it is an overpowering deck. And oftentimes it just means pushing down the opposite lane. Now this guy, speaking of, drops the Royal Giant, in come the minions and the tombstone. Gonna work out pretty well right here. We lose to those fire spirits, but on the left-hand side, I went ahead and threw in the Goblin Gang. And look at that! The Lava Hound tanks for the Goblin Gang. Tower down, and I only lost about 700 off that right tower in the meantime to his Royal Giant. Now, yes, I do say this deck is fun, but honestly, any deck that you're winning with is going to be fun. Normally, I don't do so well with the Lava Hounds. It's just a matter of patience and waiting for that right opportunity. In comes the balloon one more time. This guy, talk about unusual decks. He's got the rage spell and the clone spell in there. No chance to use either. He's history, and oh, one of my favorite things to see, rage from the opponent as you take down their 3rd tower. All right, so on to the next battle. That's right. One more time, it is going to be a grand challenge battle. And once again, I'm not waiting for double elixir to go ahead with this Lava Hound push. If it's in the starting hand, I'm going to drop it in the corner every single time. Now, for some reason, I just really like dropping down the left-hand side. This time, the guy drops a Hog Rider, and the attempt at a predictive log did not work out so well. The minions kind of laughing the log off. The wizard is going to get in there, but here comes the Lava Hound. Now, at this point, I'll usually do one of two things. If I feel like I don't have a chance to push the tower, then I won't send any other units in. Occasionally, I will send in a support unit like a Mega Minion or a Balloon, but I'll wait intentionally until whatever defensive unit or units he's placed down are distracted with the Lava Hound. It is going to tank while the other units sneak in behind. Didn't work out so well that time, and suddenly we're falling behind quickly. The tombstone down this time does defend against the Electro Wizard. You see he's got a tombstone of his own. So Qth Park, Korea running a couple of buildings here. A little bit unusual to see two structures like that. But again, we're going to patiently wait for the opportunity to push with that Lava Hound. Now, a lot of opponents will try to push hard as soon as you commit that 7 elixir, so that's one of the reasons I dropped the minions right here, just kind of waiting and seeing what the opponent is going to put together. In comes the Wizard and the Hog Rider. This isn't going to work out so well for me. His predictive log works out on about 2/3 of the Goblin Gang this time. We do get that Hog down, but not before that tower. Well, that was kind of a wasted tornado right there, but the tower not looking good. Wizard falls to the tower. That was fortuitous. I didn't need any units to take out the Wizard. In comes the Balloon and the Mega Minion. We are on top of the tower. Electro Wizard has a lot to deal with. In fact, way too much. This guy has no chance. In comes the Balloon and out goes the tower right there, just as we get into double elixir. So suddenly a giant push on his King's Tower as well. Balloon's not going to get any bombs dropped. But you can see already that we're headed towards the 3-crown win if we continue to push down this left-hand lane. This time the Goblin Gang quickly takes out the Miner. Here comes another Hog, but I'm really not worried about the tower at this point too much. I am going after 3 crowns. I kind of figure this tower is out of here, and check this one out right here. He drops the Furnace. I'm going to squeeze in a Balloon right here on the left-hand side. Out goes the Furnace almost immediately. And here it comes. That is a 3-crown push if I've ever seen it. Tons of units closing in on the tower. A healthy Lava Hound. The Balloon's going to get one shot in. Fireball for good measure, and that is going to do it. There is the 3-crown win. Once again, this deck absolutely out of control in these grand challenges. Just having so much fun with it. And you know what? It got kind of addictive grabbing the 3-crown wins. So in this next battle, well, let's just say I got a little bit greedy. When you know that this deck has such 3-crown potential, sometimes rather than playing it safe and just trying to grab the 1-0 win, you decide to go for it, and that's exactly what's about to happen here. Now, my opponent one more time with the Hog Rider, and you would think ground units kind of tough to defend against with this deck, simply because you only have 2 units that touch the ground. You've got the Goblin Gang and the Tombstone, and I'm going to use both of those up pretty much every single time my opponent comes in with the Royal Giant, the Elite Barbarians, or a Hog Rider, any sort of ground-based push like that, and I'm going to be counting on those 2 cards to help out, and occasionally the Fireball just in case it's needed. In comes my first Lava Hound. There is his Hog Rider down the right lane this time. I choose just to defend with the minions and leave it alone because I want to put together a push on the left. Check out the Musketeer. Successfully distracted by the Lava Hound. In comes the Mega Minion just to wipe that Musketeer out. Cannon too far to the right. That is a Lava Hound on the tower. Going to send in the Balloon for good measure as well. Lava Hound on the tower. Balloon headed towards the cannon. Would love to get that cannon out of the way. There we go. Beautiful. The cannon is gone. The Lava Hound is gone, but the Balloon is on top of the tower, and the tower is in the ground. All right, so the first crown goes down pretty easily. All about getting those distracting buildings out of the way. A lot of players will use a lightning spell in their deck for just that purpose, but I'm loving this deck right now. In comes the Hog Rider one more time. This time the Goblin Gang going to help out with the Musketeer and the Hog Rider. Hog Rider never gets anywhere near the tower, and this is where I decide just to get a little bit greedy, okay? A little bit of Gala greed going on right here. I realized I could probably protect the right-hand side and hold him to a 1-0 win, but that would be no fun. I've had like 3 or 4 3-crown wins in a row. Let's go ahead and go for it. You know he's going to continue to push down the right, and I feel like a lot of players, they don't take the Lava Hound seriously enough. Now here we go again with the defending Musketeer. Fireball is going to work out okay, but again, we're going to wait for the Lava Hound to grab the attention, and then the supporting units can come in from behind. Minions, Mega Minion, Lava Hound, Balloon, and that is a recipe for disaster. We don't care about the right tower. We don't care about it at all. That is a 100% health Balloon on top of that tower. There's no way he's stopping this. Immediate 3-crown, and I don't know what to tell you other than feels good, man. It really does. This deck absolutely killing it in both trophy play and challenges right now. Let me know if you guys try it out. I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. It is always fun when an old dog can learn new tricks. Hey, no old jokes. Thank you guys again for watching, Galafam. Make sure you subscribe for early update and sneak peek information. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today's a gift. That's why they call it the present. Be here now. See you tomorrow. Full attack.
Galadon, I'm here now. Say what?